5, 4, 3, 2. Is someone coming downstairs?
I don't know.
1.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Judge James.
I'm Judge Evie.
Welcome to Living for Crits, the legendary Walls Dungeon Tavern. Don't steal other people's stuff. That's like absolute crap. Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Like, why would you do that?
It's so tempting.
Well, just
sometimes.
don't do it. You can't take someone else's intro.
I don't think Robert Dyer watches us.
I don't think, you never know, and it's not ours.
Hi, Robert Dyer.
You can't steal someone else's intro. It's just not cool.
I didn't steal it.
You did. You just did it.
No, I just did it.
We lost 3 viewers as soon as you did it.
mimicked them.
You can't take someone else's intro.
I didn't take it.
Don't do it again.
I'm giving credit. I'm giving credit to that.
Just don't do it.
I'm crediting them.
That's not credit. We don't even know who the guy is. The guy could be creepy.
The
guy is kind of creepy. So let's not give him any like plugs or act like we're endorsing someone else's channel because you're hello.
Okay. Yeah. What if we do it backwards?
Anyway, welcome to our Walls Dungeon Tavern here. Welcome to Sunday night. Another fantastic night in the Philly area during COVID and stuff. I have a fun fact. My fun fact is I got the first vaccine on Friday.
Yeah.
So it's one step closer to getting back to whatever. I'm not going to say a new normal. I'm going to say some semblance of reality. And, tonight's show is a little bit about that, actually.
It's so strange. What even is our topic? I literally do not know. I was never told.
We'll talk about it in a second, okay? Hey, Greg got the shot, too. Congratulations,
so
Greg.
great.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I got the Pfizer one, and I was sick for like a night and a half.
Oh,
I still am not I didn't have a lot of oomph during my walk today. But otherwise, yeah, I was okay. Our only news this week is we started our Shadow of the Demon Lord campaign yesterday.
Yeah, we did.
So Judge Evie, what was your impression of the first day of Shadow of the Demon Lord?
It's pretty swag.
I was going to say, you're going to say it's swag.
It's pretty swag.
Not much happened.
No, not much happened. But
you guys tried to like do a really stealthy investigation of the church.
I was stealthy. I turned into somebody. Didn't work.
Well, the problem was you were a changeling, and you tried to impersonate one of there was these halfling thugs. So they were trying to investigate a church, and they're going to be stealthy about it. So the party's clockwork lit a torch, and started to circle the church with a torch in her hand.
I was sneaky.
And then these halfling thugs with reverse mohawks showed up, and they're like, "What are you doing here?"
It was a reverse mohawk with a shaved center, but not the sides.
Correct. The center shaved and the sides are there. And you tried to impersonate one of them that was there. But as a changeling, as you are well aware, your clothing doesn't change size with you.
Okay, I did not know that.
So you became a halfling size.
I didn't know that.
In human clothing.
I didn't know that. That's not what happens in My Little Pony changelings.
This is Shadow of the Demon Lord, not My Little Pony, obviously.
It's the same thing.
But we're back at that again next week, so that's cool. Michael Diamond's got us on the big screen.
What's that?
Ooh. Oh, look, I should show up. I got my Pawn of the Spawn of Cyclops Con February 2021 shirt today.
Wow. No, you got it yesterday.
Or yesterday. Or this week. We just opened it today.
No, I gave it to you yesterday.
And then I ordered from Goodman Games, aside from ordering like 6 more modules, I really need 6 more modules, I ordered the invite, like the brochure for Spawn of Cyclops Con, the card for it that shows the room, the whole area you explore and stuff.
Oh.
And I'm going to get it framed.
Oh my God, are you going to put like you should write in on the stage karaoke zone. I'm
going to get it framed. I'm going to put it right here next to my map of the Verge. This is the map of the Verge from Alternity, by the way.
This is a map section.
You didn't know. And then I have the Numenera map up here.
And there's a map there.
And there's a map of Lankmar here.
So there's a bunch of maps.
Let's move into Judge Evie Presides.
Yeah.
This is the part of the show where if you want to send questions to Judge Evie, you just send them to dccjudgeevie@gmail.com.
That's me.
And let's do... Actually, you want me to start with this first? Or you want to go first?
I go first.
Okay.
Because technically, I come first in these notes.
Go ahead and go first.
So there's no rap this week. I know.
No problem. Maybe next week, Greg.
But a question.
A question from Greg?
Yeah.
He's not allowed to ask questions.
No rap this week.
He can only send us rap. Did he speak it in rap?
I can say the question.
Why don't you say Greg's question in rap?
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
My gaming group just finished one adventure foray into DCC. I was playing an elf.
Elf.
I liked the final concept, and I got used to the lethality of the system.
Lethality.
But I wouldn't play a spellcaster again.
He wouldn't?
I guess not. Continue.
What?
Yeah.
He wouldn't play it again?
He wouldn't play it again. Continue. Is this the rap too?
It's the sad music.
Oh. Can you tell me the appeal of a magic system where you are never certain what your spell is going to be? Question mark. That's all it is from Greg.
Okay. Greg, I think this is a good conversation to have with you because, you know, I personally think spellcasters in DCC are the best.
The best ones. Yeah. Best people.
Yeah. And my favorite character I ever played in DCC was a cleric with that wonky magic system because all spells are wonky. I think look at it this way. Magic in Dungeon Crawl Classics is more chaotic but also has much more possibility. So as a spellcaster, you do have control, but your control is going to be, you know, spell burn and spending luck, and maybe not the same kind of control you're used to in a D&D game, or I know you play a lot of Savage Worlds, but, you know, the spells are going to be much more memorable. Like, no one who plays Savage Worlds remembers like an epic use of the bolt spell. I mean, maybe there's a few moments, but everyone remembers using a 32 result on a magic missile against the big bad. That is friggin' memorable. So I think that, you know, you can get used to the swing. All of DCC is really about the swing and enjoying the swing. And the swing in Dungeon Crawl Classics has to do with any character class in the game, whether it's a warrior and their attack rolls and deed dice, or it's a thief with thief abilities. You're always going to have that swing in one way or another. So I think the appeal is that the most epic moments in a Dungeon Crawl Classics game are going to occur typically around something the wizard or cleric did.
Who's an elf, though?
Well, an elf, though, is a wizard. You know, the fact that you don't realize or remember that an elf is a wizard, too?
No, you said cleric.
But a cleric uses the same type of magic.
I know.
Okay. But yeah, I think the idea is creating these powerful moments. Wizards at level 1 in DCC are very powerful. And, you know, it's about the experience. So I would try it again. Maybe one day get in my virtual table or at a con at a real table and come back with an elf or a wizard and see what happens. So, good question, though. You didn't
include the word elf.
Good question. All right, next up.
Yeah.
Next up.
Whoa.
Who's it from?
Brian.
Are we getting tea or coffee?
I've already had a lot of coffee today.
Are we getting coffee or tea?
I've had so much coffee.
Yep,
Hey, what do we got here? It's tea time. Babu Fricks is hanging out.
What kind of tea is it?
What do we got? We have decaffeinated green tea by Wegmans. Man, brought to you by Wegmans.
Oh wait. Oh my God, we should get Wegmans to sponsor us.
Wegmans does not sponsor the Living for Crit show. Tink.
We're not sponsored.
Way too hot to drink.
We're not sponsored, but we should be.
We have no sponsors. We have no sponsors. Well,
can you give me a coat? I can't reach.
Let me get the coasters.
My hair is so straight.
We have our family-friendly coasters back here.
Oh, they're really family-friendly. Because we're a family and we're friendly.
I'm not going to show it.
Why? What if we... Wait, no, you gotta...
All right. Put the thing down.
Yeah.
All right. Read the question.
I'm
Read
sorry.
Brian's question.
I'm sorry. Aloha, judges. Hope you are doing well and your games are running smoothly. Questions for the new season. It's a new season?
It's a new season?
So spring cleaning questions.
Yeah, spring.
When's spring?
Soon. Isn't spring now?
Is it? Wait.
Are we in spring?
Should I ask Siri?
When was the first day of spring?
I don't know.
I don't know. Just keep going.
Okay. Put in the chat when the first day of spring was, guys.
If you know what the first day of spring was, tell us. We don't know.
Okay. Questions for the new
Today. Today is the first day of spring.
Oh, oops. We knew that.
Oops.
Oops.
Go ahead.
Question number 1. I saw and then backed the Crypt of the Devil Lich.
Yes.
Lich.
Lich, Evie. Mother of God.
Well, sometimes it's pronounced differently.
No one ever pronounced it leash. Ever. No one's ever pronounced leash.
Well, I didn't know it was Lich.
Just keep going. I failed as a father
No.
and a gamer.
You just failed as an English teacher.
When would you ever learn lich in English?
Exactly.
Just keep going. Just keep going. You're destroying my soul one word at a time.
Lich.
Okay.
Adventure Kickstarter. Dash. And wanted to ask if you guys ever played a DCC game with higher level characters. Level 6, 7, or above.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there one game that ran for like 3 years? Like,
We got to level 5.
oh. So no.
That's
Not that
higher.
campaign. No, it says 6, 7, or above.
Well, then they leveled to level 6. All right,
Oh.
keep going. That's the question?
Yeah.
The answer
Oh,
is yes.
wait. No. Do you think DCC plays well at higher levels?
Actually, a few weeks ago, I ran the. So our campaign that started with the in 2016, I think it was. It was a 3-year plus campaign.
Hey, that's what I was just talking about.
Yeah, it started with. It went to the Purple Planet eventually, and they started at level 0, and they had a character tree, and they leveled up, and they went through a lot of adventures. All of the Purple Sorcerer adventures, all the Sunken City adventures they did. And after the Purple Planet, they were around level 5. And I brought and so that was pretty high level for DCC. Figure that in Dungeon Crawl Classics, you only have 10 levels. And comparatively to Dungeons & Dragons, about every level, a level 3 character is about on par with a level 6 D&D character. When we allowed those characters to come back for a couple one-shots, and a few weeks ago I ran Sinister Sutures of the Sempstress, and some of my friends brought their characters back, their 6th-level characters back from that game to play in that, and I killed, I TPK'd the party. So, it is possible to die still in DCC at higher levels. The one thing you're going to notice that might slow the game down, especially for players who have not played those characters for a while, is at level 6, DCC characters get a second action per round. So another action die. It might be a weaker action, like a DC 16 action, but they get a second action die. That does slow things down a bit. So in combat, you do have the risk of combat taking a bit longer, like any D20 base game. So, but the game is still swingy as all hell.
Swingy.
Good question.
Yeah.
Next question.
Question number 2. You need to hold 2 up. Because you held the 1 up. Okay. Have you run or played any DCC adventures with dragons?
Yes.
Have you found them to as extremely dangerous and challenging as other things in DCC?
Yes. For
We've
sure.
played a few of the 5e adventures with young dragons. And they don't present too much of a challenge for experienced players.
How
do I pronounce this again?
What?
When
the moon hits your... What? Buenos noches.
Wait. How do I say it?
Buenos noches.
Buenos?
Yeah, buenos.
Buenos.
Yeah.
Buenos
Good
noches.
night.
Brian.
All right. If you go to purplesorcerer.com, you
Yeah,
can
go to
access
that
all
one.
dragons and dungeon crawl classics are random and awesome and really cool. And none of them are the same. So it's not like you're fighting a young dragon in D&D. I remember in 5th edition or 4th edition D&D, you'd have dragons you could fight at first level. I don't know if I'd want to fight a small dragon in Dungeon Crawl Classics. Let's see. A small dragon in Dungeon Crawl Classics is still going to have like 30 hit points. That's pretty brutal. So go to purplesorcerer.com. Go to purplesorcerer.com, and if you go to tools and you go to dragon generator, it pulls up everything you would find in the DCC core book and puts in a fun random chart. So for instance, let's just put in that as a GM, as a judge, you wanted to throw a small dragon at your party. And remember, DCC isn't like, there's no balance in DCC. There's a rough idea balance, but let's say your party of second level characters is going to fight a small dragon. So if I put in a dragon, small turtle-like dragon, attack +8 melee, initiative +7, bite +8, does 1d12 damage, AC 17, 58 hit points, is a d20 for spells, is a sleep gas breath weapon that knocks out characters for 1d6 hours, that hits a radius of a d4 times 10 feet, aimed up to 60 feet away, and it has color spray, and it can burrow, and it can turn invisible for an hour, and it can reverse gravity once a day. That's pretty rough.
You should make a godlike dragon.
If I did another one that's a small dragon, let's do a pseudo dragon. That's even tinier. A pseudo dragon, how many? 1. This guy, kind of tiny and cute. 2 claws for a d8 damage each, doing +2 to melee, 10 hit points. I guess a pseudo dragon you could take on. How about we do a godlike dragon?
Yeah.
Godlike dragon.
That's large.
Here we go. +21 initiative, 2 claw attacks for +22 melee, only a d8 damage though. AC 31, 183 hit points. Man, the savings are +21 each. Poison gas, 431 save, damages death with no save. But it does have the spell Runic Alphabet. It has infravision 100 feet, a snatch attack, and a successful claw. The dragon snatches a target. I can like drop it, from the sky. It has damage reduction. It can locate object, teleport, do wall of fog, and speak with animals. Okay, I think it's fair to say...
Throw your godlike dragons at 0 level.
I think it's fair to say that DCC dragons are pretty brutal. And
just a little bit.
They're very unique. And you should play them as unique. Everything in DCC, you should aim to have it be unique. Like, we have a magic shield in our DCC campaign that I have on Sundays. And it could have been a +1 magic shield. And that's kind of lame. So the magic shield that I came up with is a serpent shield. And the serpent shield, it has no bonus to armor class, but it allows you to have a ranged attack. And you fire enchanted snakes out of the shield like a longbow, and the snakes are made out of 100% rabies. That's a DCC magical item.
Yeah.
Shooting rabid snakes at people.
Rabies.
Now, the only magical ability is it lets a PC have a one-handed range weapon in his always armed, and that's a pretty good ability. I would say on par with a +1 shield. But would you rather have a +1 shield in D&D or a friggin' shield that shoots rabies snakes?
Yeah.
I think the answer is pretty clear. Gabby says the TPK, the Great One, devourer of pretty much everything, and Shannon says he is late. Gabby mentions Unawesomus Uncoolio. Who is that? What dragon's that? All the questions he had? It was, right? Great questions, folks. Again, send questions to dccjudgeevie@gmail.com. I do want to make a comment. We had a comment from YouTube today that was especially cool for Evie that we loved, or I loved, and this is from Jenna Shadows. And Jenna says, I absolutely love your show. Unfortunately, I can't watch it live on Twitch because I work Sundays. I think it's awesome that you and Judge Evie have this program. I'm fairly new to RPGs, never got to play when I was younger because my family bought into the whole satanic panic regarding D&D back in the day. love Judge Evie's song. Looking forward to a follow-up and maybe even Judge Evie's greatest hits. You guys are awesome. That's really cool.
Mandy Patinkin was a hit.
Your Mandy Patinkin song. She sent to Mandy Patinkin. Mandy Patinkin didn't say anything back though.
Oh, man.
Oh, I know.
It was just too great for him to say.
Do you know what the
anything.
Satanic Panic was?
Yeah, I watched on that show you guys were watching.
What was the
last night.
Satanic Panic?
Where they were like, this D&D stuff? Nah, this is a cult. We can have our children doing this. It's a cult, right? Isn't that what it was?
Pretty much. They will worship the devil.
Mm-hmm.
We don't worship the devil.
No.
Not really. No. We don't worship the devil. So, we don't worship anything. All right, so Tom says, my Origins 2019 crew had to fight the dragon at the bottom of Grimtooth's museum. All three beat Grimfang in different and amusing ways. Spellburn Charm, Grimtina's Chainsaw, and a Spellburn maximized Invoke Babugbabills.
Babugbabills!
Oh, Bugbabills. Everyone likes to say Babugbabills.
Babugbabills.
Babugbabills. Say it 3 times fast.
Babugbabills.
Babugbabills, Babugbabills, Babugbabills.
That's too slow.
I can't say it.
Babugbabills.
On to the next part of the show.
I just did it. I think.
All right, we're calling this Dueling with Joe Manganiello.
Why?
Because whenever I see Joe Manganiello's game room in his basement, I sort of feel a bit of I don't want to say envy because I think our room is better, but I feel like there's a sense of competition in making.
Who's this again?
Joe Manganiello is he's a famous D&D guy.
Oh.
And he has a really cool
didn't
gaming
know
basement
that.
here. I'll show you a picture of Joe Manganiello's
Well,
basement.
I know when I see him.
Joe Manganiello basement. Hold on. So here's Joe Manganiello. That's Joe Manganiello at the end there, right there.
But I can't see that.
Here, there it is. And this is his gaming
Oh.
basement, okay? And he has stuff hanging from the walls and candles.
Why can't our room look like this?
Well, so in his basement in LA, first off, he's famous. He was in
We're famous.
He was in Magic Mike, okay?
What?
And then second off, he's married to someone famous. He's married to Sofia Vergara.
Who's that?
And then third off, they are millionaires and they have famous people. That's his wife right there. Sofia
Who's
Vergara.
that?
That's Sofia Vergara. You know where
Where's
he's
she
from?
been?
He's from Pittsburgh.
Wow.
He's from Mount Lebanon. So, but there's Tom Morello.
Who's that?
He's from Rage Against the Machine. He's a guitarist. He plays music like that's Tom Morello.
So confused.
So look at that. Gabby just said, "Jim, our basement is better." Evie, why can't our basement look like that?
That
Thanks,
looks so
Evie.
much cooler.
It was an old wine cellar.
Why can't we have an old wine cellar?
Because we don't have that. Because they live in some mansion in LA and we
Well, we
live
have
in
some
suburban
mansion.
Philadelphia.
This is still a mansion, and
No mansion is connected to 3 other homes. I'm sorry, kid. That's not how this works. If we had a mansion, we wouldn't have 3 neighbors attached to us.
that's not true.
Mansions aren't attached to other people. Mansions are just by themselves.
No, they can be connected mansions.
Yeah, and the same person owns the house connected to it. It's not
No.
like us where like we have neighbors.
Okay. What if we just dig into the ground some more and we just
Well,
have
look,
layers?
That gets us to our topic of what else do we have to do to make this room more badass. Now, I mean, you can
We need
kind
to
of
put bricks on the wall.
I'm gonna pick up. You can kind of see now the room is not in the best condition right now.
No.
So the gaming area over there is a bunch of crap in it from the holidays, but our gaming bookshelf is pretty epic, and they have a lot of stuff that's just hanging out and about, whereas ours is organized via IKEA. That's the other thing. I don't know how much IKEA Joe Manganiello has.
Probably so much.
I'm gonna bet none. I'm gonna bet Joe Manganiello has no IKEA.
IKEA's just better though. Well, that's one thing we have better than Joe Manganiello.
I don't think Joe Manganiello's bar came from Wayfair, but ours did.
This
So-
doesn't even look like a bar. There's no drinks at it.
Well, because
Actually, no, I'm sorry. We have this.
we have a single bottle.
That's empty.
I drank
It's
it one night
empty.
during karaoke. We have a single bottle of Dark Trails Hooch. Old Scratch's Eldritch Hooch, which is empty. I gotta fill this up. I need to get some more liquid. Is there any in there left? It smells like whiskey still, but it needs to add more whiskey.
Is this gonna look like a bar when we have people?
Well, I mean, there's a small table. Like back there's a table with, and you could drink at that table, and you know, we've got stuff. So what do we need for the room? I
We
mean,
need like bricks. That's boring.
I can't.
Our walls are yellow.
Wait. Time out.
What?
Let's think about what we can do in the short term because I can't brick this in.
Spider webs.
We don't need that. We have real spider webs in here. We need fake spider webs. There's real cobwebs in the corners down here.
Get that picture back up. I'm
What
gonna show
picture?
you.
Wait.
Freaking dude, back up.
What does he have?
Bricks.
I can't do a curved brick ceiling.
We need a random chandelier.
All right, I'm with you on getting a random chandelier. Okay.
What's their floor look like?
Probably more badass than ours.
Look at that picture right there. We need candles and we need shovels on the wall. We need a dungeon door.
All right, so he does have a beholder hanging from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
So we do need that.
That's what we need.
Okay. And, you know, back here behind us, the Walls Dungeon Tavern sign, that's real wood. That was custom made, so we can...
We have a cool thing.
Yeah, we have some cool... We have a lot of great art.
I have an idea.
We have a lot of great art in here.
I have an idea. Okay?
Okay,
so you know we have a door upstairs, right?
We have many doors upstairs.
No,
it's a house.
Going into
that's
the
how
tavern.
houses work.
The one going into the tavern, okay? It's
yes.
not a house, it's a mansion. So
this is not a mansion.
Yes, it is.
This is the furthest thing from a mansion that one can get.
That's not true.
This is not a mansion.
This is a mansion. Well, I say
this is a 1,600 square foot non-mansion.
It's a mansion. Just dream a little bit. So anyway.
I'm just being realistic.
No. Dream that this is a mansion.
Okay, go ahead.
Convince yourself. Anyway.
Yeah.
So you know how we have a boring door? A white boring door.
Yeah.
Well, what would make people even think it's cooler to enter the Dungeon Tavern than if we replace it with an actual dungeon door?
Your mom will not allow us. It's bad enough that your mom knows the other side of that door that goes into the unfinished basement. On the other side, it says bar above it, and I have a poster of skeletons coming out of the floor.
What's wrong with that?
Just say it's bad enough. You know, your mom already looks at that and says, "What the hell?" And then when you're coming downstairs, the cool thing is there is the sign for the Thieves Guild from Skyrim. Now I was thinking, let's just envision this, okay? Let's envision this, all right? Things we need. I did see today on Twitter that Satine Phoenix, who's a D&D like luminary, bought like some kind of great GMing chair. And I think like maybe if I had some cool badass GMing chair, it'd be cool.
Like a throne.
Like a throne, but here's the problem. I don't like to sit when I GM.
How do we get thrones for the entire rest of the table then?
Because it would block the view. It would make the room feel smaller.
That's true.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Okay, well we need to change the color of these walls.
What about the table? I mean, and on one hand, I'm torn on...
that table's got to go.
Wait, hold on, time out. So I'm torn on the table, guys, and here's the problem with the table. That table has been my gaming table since like 2003. So many characters were made on that table. Like so much stuff was built on that table, like gaming, miniatures wise, and painted on that table. What's your idea?
No, continue your thought.
So for me to get a really nice table, and I almost did get a Carolina game table a few years ago, but to get that would just ruin the memories of a really great gaming table.
Okay, that's why we're gonna find a professional table builder. Okay. That's
what Carolina game tables is.
Okay, we're gonna hire them. Okay?
To do what?
We're gonna have them build a cool table out of our existing table.
They're not gonna. No one's gonna want to do that.
That's why we're gonna hire them.
It's not a high enough quality table to do. It's not like it's some really fancy table.
But no, they can build on top of like a cool area.
We're gonna put a table on top of our table?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, then we keep the memory of that, but have a cooler table because that tabletop looks like crap.
Well, that's why we put a really badass red tablecloth on it.
There's leaves on it.
You know, all right, there's leaves on it and stuff. What else can we get for the room? So what about...
New colored walls. They're ugly. This is the color of my walls. And those are also ugly. They're yellow.
Well, your mom and I, at some point...
I'm going to paint them.
When you go off to college...
No.
We're going to put in wood floors down here. Like
that can happen like now.
And a better colored walls.
No, we're painting this house the second this crap ends because I'm not living with yellow walls for 3 years.
All right, so Voodoo, who's my friend Mark, said more dramatic paint colors. What if we just painted the entire room blood red?
No, we have to have that wall over there. Be a brick
You know
wall.
the problem with having to repaint these walls? I'm just gonna be honest. I
All
have to
art.
take down all this art and put it back up again. That's a pain in the ass.
Okay, but it'd look a lot better.
All right. So, all right, we need to do that.
Projects.
We need a better fridge. I think we need to put. Because right now.
You saying that fridge ain't enough?
Well, look, we have people over. During COVID, there have been a couple moments where I've had to be separated from the family because of potential exposures. During those times, my wife has got me a refrigerator. This is my COVID fridge.
Wait, I'll
for when I'm
up.
trapped in our bedroom. Hold on. When I'm
open it.
trapped in the bedroom suite and not allowed to leave until we know that a negative test result comes through. This fridge holds 6 cans.
It's not even cold.
I don't have it on right now.
Oh, that makes
But I
sense.
think that we need a bigger drink fridge and I think we put it in there. I think we put it in the
That's
basement
a good idea.
on the unfinished side for beer and
There's
for
no room, though.
soda.
There's no room in there.
No, there's room. We'll clean
Where?
everything up. You'll see. There's room.
Okay.
There's room.
Okay.
What else?
We
More art.
should get string lights.
Gordon said use colored lights to change the colors of the wall. That's a good
Can
idea.
we get LED lights and LED this place like our room?
That would be pretty cool.
And we can have a rave party and we could do in my room.
We could have a rave party? A dungeon tavern rave party?
Yeah, I do it in my room all the time.
What about LED sconces? Are there LED sconces
What's
out
a
there?
Sconce?
Like, I think to have like some lit up torches on the wall.
Oh yeah, those would be cool.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be rad.
We should make it her like arena,
An arena?
like right over there, so we can use our nunchucks.
An arena for nunchucks?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's necessary.
Oh, I think it'd be.
I think
cool.
that sounds like not the most. Gabby says she says we can use voice commands to tell our computer to change the color.
I talk to my Alexa and tell my
Alexa, please change. Siri, please change the color.
Yeah, I say Alexa, change lights to rave party.
Siri, change lights to rave party.
It's Alexa.
Whoever.
They're very different.
All right, how about new art? We need more art.
Where?
We have some empty wall space.
Oh, over there. That was boring.
Yeah, I know.
That's why we're gonna paint bricks on it.
We're not gonna paint bricks on something. If
Yeah,
we're
the
gonna put
walls.
bricks up, I'm gonna just get like some kind of brick board or something to put up.
Okay, then let's do that.
Well, maybe I will, but
It'll be
again, when
fun.
you're in college,
No.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
No. Oops, I made everyone's thing start going
Alright.
off. You're welcome.
I made her her echo go off. Sorry, Gabby.
Oops.
A poster of the hateful defecation spell.
Yeah!
Yay!
Mom would get so mad.
I think Mom would be upset if I had a demon. There is Demon
So
Lord art in
mad.
here. You can't quite tell, but 2 of our framed pictures over here are from Shadow of the Demon Lord from Redbubble. So they are very nice pictures. One is of a paladin fighting monstrosities, and one is of a terrible like planet scene.
We should get an amp.
An amp for
Yeah.
music?
Mhm.
That's a good idea.
We should.
I have a whole dungeon. Actually, I think you can see it if you go to our YouTube page, and I'll make sure I post this link later today when we put the show up. But if you look in, there is a playlist called Tavern Tunes that is a public playlist. I'm going to share it. I'll share it in the channel here, and then I'll share it in our show notes for later.
Scroll.
But there is a playlist called Tavern Tunes that is all of the songs that we would have playing in the background during our first party we're going to have down here, which is like the Walls Dungeon Tavern party. So, and it's all kinds of cool like bardcore stuff, like, you know, Bad Romance done medieval style, you know, stuff by Lindsey Sterling and the Ginger Tail covers folks and stuff. So all kinds of stuff. More comments here. Gordon says, make a dungeon class mosaic, perhaps on the floor displayed in the wall. I do have a lot of DCC art in here. I also have 2 original pieces by Doug Kovacs behind me, and then on the wall, which you can't see, the walking dude in the middle there, that's Doug Kovacs, and the picture of the kids playing a role-playing game, those are both original Doug Kovacs pieces. So, and we have the Classicos del Masmorio poster boards over there. So, but so Gordon's is more DCC art.
Not a bad idea.
A mosaic. What would be a...
We have that.
Right, we have the Purple Planet poster board. What would be a DCC mosaic? Like dead character sheets? Like, what do you think?
Oh, wait, okay, I have an idea.
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Okay, I say we get, like, you know those things you put on walls that you can pin stuff on?
A poster board?
No, a pin board.
A pin board, yeah.
Pin board?
Your mom has a 20-sided die pin board. We should steal it.
We have to get a big one, okay?
Okay.
And every time a character sheet dies, you pin
Stick
it to the
it
wall.
to the board of death?
Yeah, the board of death.
You know, I don't kill as many characters as I used to.
I know, but it would still be cool.
Okay. Like a graveyard board?
Yeah.
We should dig a hole in the ground and then have an actual
Yeah.
burial site. This is a gong. Ooh, a gong
We
would
should
be
get
awesome.
a song!
I don't know where it would fit in here. I love the idea for a gong.
We'll make room.
I have an idea for where the gong could go.
Where?
I'm not really playing Savage Worlds. We take the Savage World stuff down, just put a giant gong.
Where's that?
The Deadlands box set thing up there. We can take that down and put the gong up there.
That's too tiny of a gong.
Well, I don't know what size
We
gong
need a
you think I'm
huge
going to
gong.
get here.
Okay, what if,
It's a lot of gong you're talking about.
we need a big gong.
We need to start wrapping this show up soon. We're really going off the rails here. What else did I put notes
The
down for
gong
of things you
takes
might
over.
need?
I think we went over them all.
I said more puppets.
I think we have better puppets.
We need a dragon puppet.
We do.
We don't have a
You
dragon
know the
puppet.
good thing is, though?
What?
That we have a puppet no one else in the world has.
Gabby said I think the gong might offset the need for bricks. A 10-foot gong? Oh my god. That
Yeah!
wouldn't. These are 8-foot ceilings. A 10-foot gong's not going to fit in here, dude.
We'll
That ain't
do
gonna
it
happen.
anyway. We'll make room.
What else? Is there anything else that we're thinking of? What aren't we thinking of? You know what we need to do? We need to find some way to make the entrance coming downstairs cooler. Like, if anything has to get cooler, that has to
What
get
if
cooler.
we, like, lit it up?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. How can we make that
Yeah.
cooler? For the exit, I was thinking, for going up the stairs, I was thinking about getting one of those Skyrim waypoint markers. So when you're going up the steps, it looks like that's the way you're supposed to go to leave, and then fastening that to the door at the top.
Lights keep flickering?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so weird.
One of the things we need to have done is the electrical checks, because the electrical here is kind of wonky.
Okay, wait. Okay, this is, you know how some people, like, walkways, like.
Wait, Gabby's got it. Wait. Hire trumpeters to play a musical blast after someone walks down the stairs.
Yeah.
That's cheap. A 15-foot long picture of Adam Driver reclining.
Yeah!
So how tall he is. No! Spear
Yeah.
trap. Good idea.
Okay, ready?
When you come
So,
down our
I have an idea.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so you know how people have, like, archways, like you know, okay, so you know how you're sometimes when you're walking through some place you have to lit up, like, walk through? Like, through archways, like, there's just a bunch of arches?
Yes.
We should make one of those and put them on top so it's, like, encircling you. Or, oh my god, okay. So, you know how we should paint the walls, like, black and white stripes so it looks like an optical illusion, like it's spinning while you go up.
But it's squared off.
That's why it's an illusion.
You can't... You need a really interesting perspective illusion in a squared off...
Yeah, we can
upstairs.
Make it work. We'll do the square
Of which
ones.
half of it is exposed to the rest of the downstairs.
So,
I don't think that's gonna work.
No, I think it's gonna work great.
I think maybe sconces.
What's a sconce?
I just told you what a sconce
I
was.
don't remember what a sconce
I told you what a sconce
I don't
was.
remember.
Like 5 minutes ago, what a sconce was.
Fine, I'll look it up.
This is the part of the show where Judge Evie
What
looks up a sconce.
is a sconce?
This is the part of the show where we just lost 3
Okay.
viewers
Oh, it's a candle. It's
because
a
of the
candle.
sconces. If Judge
This?
Evie knew what sconces were, we'd be adding viewers, not losing viewers.
You want this?
This is, first off, damn. This wasn't what I was thinking of, but I think this idea for a sconce is absolutely perfect. Just saying. Our sarcophagus-shaped fridge, I'm all on board for that, Gordon, definitely.
Oh, look at this one.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
All right, well, look.
What if I look up dungeon sconce?
Anyone who's thinking of something, especially those folks on YouTube right now watching this hot mess after the show, after we're done filming it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah!
That's what I'm thinking of. Something like that, but LED. if you have any ideas, please post them in the comments below, or send to dccjudgeevie@gmail.com, or hit us on Twitter at I Live for Crits.
Look at this one.
That's a pretty awesome one.
It's $125 spawn.
So?
But we have to get multiple of them.
I can, yeah, and?
But then we'd have like a bajillion.
We haven't gone any
in
vacations.
sconces.
I have money to renovate this room.
Instead of vacations, we buy sconces.
If you have ideas, let us know. I got a little money set aside to renovate the room. I don't have put new floors in money, but I have get a few sconces money. And now let's move on to the Kickstarter shoutouts. So what we got here? We got Crypt of the Devil Lich by Goodman Games. I think it's wrapping up soon. Let me take a look here. Crypt of the Devil Lich Kickstarter. This is the DCC and 5th edition Kickstarter. I think there's 4 days left to go, and it's almost at $100,000. So it is crushing. Backer levels. So not expands. What's it called? It's crushing stretch goals. There we go. Not backer levels. So that's really cool. It's for DCC and 5th edition. So if you prefer 5e, then you can play it in that version. And it's a cool one. It's on my list of adventures to run in 2022. Then you have The Darkest House by Monty Cook Games, which when I wrote the notes, it was $110,000, which is pretty dang cool for the type of product that it is, as it's something that's so new and innovative. And I said this on Twitter, and I kind of stand by it with, the fact that Goodman Games did Spawn of Sarabskan entirely online with a full interactive online virtual con space. And now we have this pretty rad idea for Darkest House that's also online based. I think online gaming has definitely moved into a new world. Like kind of secrets. Possibility that somewhere on a Living for Crit show in the very near future, but before something's done, there might be a little bit of demo action going on with The Darkest House. Just saying. Don't know how I know this, but fingers crossed. Trying to help out some folks and put something together. I think it'd be a good time. All right, Road Crew shoutouts. Dungeon Con Online is what I have on the menu right now for May 28th to May 31st. And I will be there, but I'll be running probably Dungeon Crawl Classics.
You're saying you're not running 5e?
I am not running 5th edition.
Oh, yeah, it's a bummer.
No, I'm not. I don't know what I'm running yet, but I'm not running 5. I think I'm going to run some stuff that people who play 5e might see and say, hey, I really want to try that adventure. I might run some DCC Lankmar, and I may run some a funnel for DCC. All right, well, that said, we've got a long show. We want to thank you all for joining us. Folks, Judge Evie here is going to tell you where to find us online.
I Live for Crits on Twitter. Living for Crits on Instagram. And search Living for Crits on YouTube.
So be safe, be healthy, be kind. And for our outro ASMR, I'm just going to say scones.
That was mine!
Go ahead. Maybe you should go first.
I thought so hard on
Maybe
that
you should
shit.
go first more often.
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know what you're going to say.
Wait a minute. Wait. I need to type this out so I know how to say it. Wait.
This is the part of the show where Judge Evie doesn't know how to say something, so she types it out. How do you say leash?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Snox.
Snox?
It's scones backwards.
Oh, whatever. Good night, everybody.